Hey guys, it's Pirsquare from the Pancake Crew, and I am here with my fourth postcom. Wow, there's already four of them. Isn't that incredible? But anyways, sorry I didn't upload on Thursday. My schedule was packed to the brim. Wow. But anyways, I go a very, very, very underpowered kit that I don't think even works. So I feel like I want the Nun kit because it's just so bad. And this kit is called Spellmaster. I think the only thing it would be good as is because you have a sharpness 1 lasso or rope or whatever. And if you get in a fist fight with someone, you can always hit them with your sharpness 1 lasso and it'll do a little bit more damage. But that's basically the only reason you should use this kit. Because when I right-click people with it, it didn't do anything that I could see in the immediate moment. Because I actually fought a bunch of people using this. I played at least 30 games before this, and I did not see the effect of this kit at all. But killed those two people right there because they were both a nun kit. So that was pretty just two easy kills at the beginning of the games. Who doesn't want any of those? But anyways, the Spellmaster kit, what it's supposed to do is you right-click someone and it gives them a random potion effect. It can be Hunger 2, it can be Poison 2, it can be Insta Damage 2, or 1, or Poison 1. Any one of those, but I don't think it did any of that because every time I would click someone, nothing would happen. And here I run into a team of two. Their name is Didrux, who's a vampire, and his buddy, who's a Thor, Mr. Tim Reed 397. And they didn't have any soup, so it's pretty easy kill. And I see this guy, Matthew Canoe, who's a boxer, and I just hit him a few times and he dies. And then I move on. I recraft a little tiny bit, and I start tracking this guy, Troll DW, and he's just one shot away from dying. And I keep on going on, and I see some name tags underground, and I think it's a Fisherman Endermage trap, so I turn up my gamma for you guys. Nope, I'm not hacking or having like gamma hacks or whatever in game. It's just I wanted to be able to see a little bit more in the video itself. And I dig down to them from the side so I do not get maged into their fisherman trap and potentially die. And I just make my way through this cave system, and it turns out they didn't have a fisherman ender mage trap, but there's actually a Switcher Hades team. Wow! What are you guys doing underground, and how do they even get underground? Which is my best question. They did have a tiny bit of soup, but nothing to show that they were very well equipped. They did have iron. I don't know why they didn't start smelting it. Maybe they just didn't have wood to smelt it with. I don't know. But anyways, I start to get a full set. I make a chest plate, I make pants, I make iron sword, I make boots, and then I have to head on over to get a little bit tiny bit more iron because I was kind of running low, and I can make myself a bucket too. So that's pretty good. I can even get a level from that wonderful zombie, get a bucket, and then we just go away from this wonderful cave. I don't really know where I came up from, so I do it the old-fashioned way, find the tallest part of the little hole you can find, and then just tower up, and you should be out in a matter of seconds. So that was pretty good. I recraft, get some MLG water right there, and I start tracking this guy, Secret Agent Bond. And right when I was about to pick up these iron swords, I get ransacked by these two guys, and I'm not very good at 2v1s. I'm good at 1v1s. I can 1v1 people pretty well. I can get the combos on them. But once I get 2v1'd, I start souping fast. As you saw right there, I just wasted a soup. But then I think to myself, maybe this is the time to use the kit, and I right-click down and it says the cast a spell on two people. I don't know what effect that gave them because that didn't seem to do anything. I think it might have been poison, maybe it might have been a hunger. I don't really know because maybe insta damage. I don't know, but these people just didn't seem to get bothered by my wonderful lasso thing there. And Cabbage PvP ends up running away. I don't know why. I only hit him a few times. This guy seems to be the best out of the two. I almost die actually because I was not quick dropping. I have just had the instinct of not quick dropping recently. I don't know what my problem is. But anyways, I go back to Cabbage PvP who had run away from before. That kangaroo just goes to the top of the thing there and just starts to observe us, and I get the combos on this guy and he dies, and I'm in the final three, and I just throw all this stuff on the floor maybe to lure him towards me, and it actually works, and he tries to kanga towards the stuff. I really need to keep him away because I don't want him to get a nice full iron, so I just keep him away from the things, and he dies. And my plan works perfectly. And now, right like that, I am in the final two with Clueless. I'm not sure at this point what Kitty is. I check my recording system to make sure I recorded all that because I got a 2v1, and that's it's a pretty good accomplishment for me. And then I move on, and I start tracking this Clueless guy, and he's in the one of the new biomes they incorporated into MCPvP, which is not bad. I like the new biomes actually, to be honest. And I see him over here in this opening of the field and between this new biome thing. And I think, wow, this is going to be pretty easy. He's already running. But wow, was I wrong? Because look at him. He's a Kanga. Wow. And he just likes to Kanga around for the next about 20 minutes of the game. I see him Kangaing on trees. As you can see here, we're fighting over a mini feast. And it's just so annoying. He Kangas on top of trees. He throws rotten flesh at me. Wow, is that mean? He's enchanting on top of trees, so I have to stop him from doing all that stuff. He starts running through forests. I find the feast, get all that good stuff, full diamond like that. This guy can't get full diamond and probably beat me. But he just starts to run, and I just try to use all the things I had gotten to the feast as my advantage. For example, here I use the TNT to blow this tree up. I do not want to use my Ender Pearl because I only have one, and I don't want to waste my Ender Pearl. But this TNT ruse does not work out really well because he just ends up jumping away. And then I try it again because might as well, but that one doesn't end up working either. I see him at the feast, where it used to be the feast at least, and he maybe didn't think I had blown it up, but I did, so he wasn't able to get any good stuff, and we just run. It even becomes nighttime, as you can see. Mobs spawn, and I think this is about 15 minutes into chasing this guy. So annoying. I kind of rage in the chat, and he says, nah, stop chasing, and that gives me time to catch up because he had to stop to type a little bit. I do get an Ender Pearl from that Enderman, and I corner him here at the force field, and he just jumps over me, so that was pretty bad. I do get him by surprise here. I hit him a few times in between the trees so he can't go away, but unfortunately I lose track of him. And if you guys remember from the beginning of the game, that was the swamp from there, and that's the village where I beat Cabbage and Secret Agent Bond, so we're just going in circles here. And then we find one of the new biomes right there, which is the canyon biome, and we find the bonus feast. Wow, we found everything in this place except for the ability to kill this guy because that was just so annoying. And we do have full diamonds, so his sword's not doing that much damage to me. I don't know why he wasn't fighting me before when I didn't have all this diamond armor. We probably would have been quite a fair fight because I have to say he wasn't that bad. I do get a few combos on him, so I do believe I would have won that 1v1 fight. But he would have had more of a chance, so I start to shoot him here, and he just runs away. So that was so annoying. And then he comes back to the mini feast, or to the bonus feast, sorry, and we just start fighting for a pretty long time, and I found it kind of boring. And then right here, I get the winning shot, and I finally kill this guy after about 20 minutes, and the game disconnects right as I win. Fortunately, the win does register, so that's pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed this Pirsquare Thursday. And it's probably gonna be Tuesday though, so I'm sorry. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you this Thursday because I'm hoping to upload on this Thursday, and surely by next Thursday. See you guys soon. Bye.